Good morning, Miss Jeffries. Today I have Salome, which is from the collection of The World's Wife. Okay, so it's very interesting. The context of Salome, of course, is in the biblical reference. Herodotus incites her daughter Salome to request the head of John the Baptist when she dances for Herod, and he says, you know, you take any reward. So the theory is, and in Matthew it says that Herodotus says to her, encourages her to take John the Baptist, because John the Baptist had been condemning her marriage, her second marriage, to Herod. Okay, so this is from a collection of works called The World's Wife. And it comes from a phrase that Duffy has taken, which is probably Shakespeare, that says the world and his wife. And it's a feminist construct and a response that says the world is not owned, women are not owned by males. And so it's providing women's voices and allowed them to be heard. And in the end, the whole collection becomes a collective female chorus. And in a way, it's a sort of subversion of the male view of the world. And even though it sort of suggests that there is also a weariness, a world weariness, they're tired of the male-dominated world, I think essentially she wanted to give them a voice. And there are three types of voices here. We have the wives of historical figures, we have the minor female characters in history, and then we have the female versions of male figures. So this fits into category 2, which is the minor female character. And in fact, you know, Salome's name is not actually even mentioned in the Bible, but what it's probably more likely to be connected to Oscar Wilde's play Salome, which was quite controversial, and in that the character of Salome was a spiteful, vengeful character because her sexual advances to John the Baptist were spurned. So let's look at the poem. The poem is free verse, and it has 4 stanzas of varying lines. There's no distinct rhyme pattern, though rhyme is very important, as is the devices of sound, the imagery of sound. So we get a lot of sensory imagery here. So when we first open it up and it says, I've done it before and doubtless I'll do it again, it's in parentheses. So what we're seeing here is that there's no remorse. We're hearing a female voice who has done something horrific. We don't know what it is at this stage. She can't actually even recall the events, because she says, woke up with the head on the pillow beside me. Whose? It's interesting here too that Duffy uses hyphens here, dashes, as well as question marks. And you notice that there's very little uppercase or capitalisation only for names, and so a lot of it is very, very loose or informal punctuation. So the character doesn't even remember who this is. And she even then asks the question again, well, what does it matter? So here we see the beginning of